What's up, guys? Everybody who's watching on Facebook or YouTube. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are having a great Friday and looking forward to the weekend. Just wanted to do this live stream and go over the updates that some of the updates we made live today that a lot of you guys had been asking for, and it finally went live with the deals whiteboard. And also, last week we made driving for dollar, list stacking, and a few other updates. So I wanted to do this, video just to go over kind of everything that all the updates we've made and any questions you guys have. Otherwise we'll put this recording up on our Facebook and YouTube channel so you guys can refer to it. And I am going to get started. Let me just make sure. Oops. Okay, this. All right. Oops. All right, you guys should be able to see my screen. And again, if you guys have any questions, whether on Facebook or YouTube, just put in a question and then I can answer those. The first thing we did was when you go into, let me refresh my page. When you go into the main leads page now, we added a whiteboard. This is something a lot of you guys had been asking for, to be able to easily track the properties that you guys have under contract or you have assigned to buyer. Just have them in a nice, easy view to be able to kind of see what's going on in your daily huddles or weekly meetings, and then easily able to make decisions. So now when you go into the leads, you can click right here on whiteboard, and it's going to take you to the deals whiteboard that we put together. It shows you property address. It shows you all the pin notes that you have for that specific property, if you have any. And you can quickly add a note. For example, I can say, let's send it to our buyers. So you can add notes from here, and you can see what property status it is. So it's going to show you property that are under contract or assigned to buyer. And we also added exit strategy that I'm super excited about. And then you can see the team that's assigned to this one, and the under contract date and price, scheduled closing date, and if you have any assignment fee, if you have assigned, what the assignment fee is and who you've assigned it to. So let's say if I'm going to move this property from offer made to assigned to buyer, say I did it for 125, 15,000, and you know what, let's do 150,000. Right, so now when I go into the whiteboard, it's going to show me these two properties. So this one shows up as assigned to buyer, and you'll notice with some of my properties, you won't see any team assigned. It's an update we're working on, so you have a lot more flexibility with managing your team. Sorry, where did it go? Oops. All right. So you have a lot more flexibility on managing your team. And then if I go back into this property, assigned to buyer, and if I add, let's say, a buyer to this one, I'm going to do this, add. And when I go back and refresh, it's going to show me the assignment fee and who the buyer for that property is. So that's really cool. And then you can sort, however many properties you have, you can sort it based on the exit strategy, property status, under contract date, price, scheduled closing date, and assignment fee. So you can keep track of all that data. If I want to see this, it'll filter based on that, and closing date. So if you want to see all the closings that you have coming up in ascending or descending order, same thing. If you want to see all the properties that you've gotten under contract based on ascending or descending order, you will be able to do that. And it's going to load up like 100 properties, up to 100 properties. Then, if you have more than that, you'll go to the next page. But if you're doing more than 100 under contract assigned to buyer at a time, congratulations, you're doing great. So yeah, this is the update that we made. And then also you'll notice now, when you go into the lead, another update that we made is you will be able to choose whether you'll be able to select whether it's a qualified or a not qualified lead. So what will happen is every lead that you get into REsimpli now, by default, it will be marked as not qualified. We asked all of you guys, and almost 95% of you guys said you would want to see the default lead be marked as not qualified. So that's what it does. But if you hover on it and you click on it, it will change to qualified. And then you can see in the section who marked the lead as qualified or unqualified. So you can just click back, if you accidentally marked it as qualified. And then on the exit, you can choose what's the exit plan for this property. So for example, let's say this one, since I already assigned to buyer, I'm going to say wholesale. I can do that. And then you can keep track of all the activity right here to see who has set the investment type to wholesale. And if I change it from wholesale, let's say to, this is going to be a turnkey property. Again, it's going to get updated here. So at any given time, you know exactly what's going on, who's marking a property as qualified or not qualified, and who's changing the exit strategy for that property. So again, this is live in every account now. Let me just go back. Awesome. Yep. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is something a lot of you guys had been asking for about, especially the deals whiteboard. We didn't realize all the how much request there was once we put it on. Once we started asking you guys had a lot of feedback, and we pretty much accommodated every single request that you guys had about what you wanted to see. And there's a couple of other updates we'll be making. So, some of you guys wanted to be able to quickly see the comments on the property. So you can click right here. You can see just the pin notes, or if you want to see all the comments for the property, you can click right here, and then you can go in previous notes. So it'll show you all the notes that you have if there's any notes on the property. So it includes anything under contract assigned to buyer. And then this is another thing a lot of you guys were looking for, to be able to track what is the exit strategy for that property, so you can keep track of that. And then also, be able to sort your properties by under contract date, price, scheduled closing date, and then assignment fee. So I'm super excited about that. So we made this live today, ability to make a lead qualified or not qualified, and also add exit. You're not able to filter based on these just yet. That's going to be coming next week or two. And also the KPI dashboard will be updated. So what will happen here is right now it shows you the total leads that you have. We'll also add additional column for qualified leads. So you can see, let's say, for example, from direct mail, I had 25 leads. How many of those 25 leads were actually qualified leads? So you can kind of start getting a sense of which marketing channel is providing you, initial response, but how many of those responses are converting into qualified leads. So you will be able to filter by that, filter and also see that in KPI. And then in filter, we will be adding an option for you guys to be able to just see, if you wanted to just see the qualified leads, and also be able to see qualified leads that you are looking to exit as a wholesale, fix and flip, or whatever exit strategy that you have. So that's the update on the deals whiteboard. And another update that we have coming up, and awesome, thank you so much. Another update that we made live last week actually was, let me go back to my screen, is every single plan in REsimpli now includes list stacking. So previously, only the Pro and the Enterprise plans included list stacking. Now even the basic plan, the $99 plan, includes list stacking. So you don't have to do anything. It's automatically updated into your account. So you go into list stacking, you have up to 20,000 records in your account that you can upload. And if you go beyond 20,000, you can buy additional chunks of properties that you want to add, or you can upgrade to the next plan, which includes a lot more properties. So you can do that. But yeah, again, every plan now includes 20,000 properties. So you can go ahead and start using it. And any properties that you're adding in leads automatically get synced with list stacking. And any properties that you have in list stacking, we will be adding an update next week. We'll do another video on that when we go live with that next week. It's a pretty major update coming with list stacking, where we have all the data between list stacking and leads integrated based on the phone number. So if you get a missed call, you will easily be able to see which phone number called you. For example, if I go into this account, you'll see this phone number found to match in my list stacking. I can click right here, and I can copy over the information if I did not already have address filled out for this. And so, you send out direct mail or you do cold calling and somebody calls you back on one of your campaigns, you don't get the information from them based on, the property address or name. And if that matches if the phone number matches with your skip trace data within REsimpli, we will say that, we found 2 matches, and then you can go ahead and say, if it matches with this, you can just click copy information. It's going to fill out the owner's name, property address, and any other information that we have available. So that's going to be coming out next week. And one other update that we made live in everybody's account is now when you log in, you will notice an option of driving for dollar plan. So it is now included in every single plan that we have. So again, even the $99 basic plan now includes driving for dollars. So again, this is like a $50 value that's included for free. And list stacking is another, if you were just getting list stacking, would be another $50. That is all included for free in your account. So for you to activate it, it's not automatically activated in your account. So for you to activate it, you can go in. You will not see any option right here. For me, it shows current plan. It will not show any option for you if you're doing it for the first time. You can click on that plan and it's going to pop up. Again, my design looks a little bit different from yours. We're adding another option. So how much access you want to give. So this will be going live in next week or 2, but you can choose who do you want to give access. So in this case, I can see Tony already has access, so I can select my name right here, and I can choose what access I want to give myself. I can say driving access, but I don't want for example, if you're adding a sub user, you don't want to give them access to send direct mail or skip trace or view other drivers properly. So you can do that. Then when they log in, they only have access to the driving ability. They cannot do anything else. And then once you do grant access, in my case, it's going to move me over to the 3 drivers plan. But for you, all you do is click on the single driver, select whoever you want to give access to. And then once you select whoever you want to give access, make sure they have the latest REsimpli app. Again, you do not need a separate app for this. It's all built in within the main REsimpli app. There's a separate section for drive. You click on it, and then you can just start driving. Whoever has access, they can start driving. And the really great thing with the app is the REsimpli driving is it's fully integrated with list stacking and the leads CRM part of REsimpli. So if you're driving around and you tap on a property address, it's going to pull up the information and it's going to tell you whether that property is already in your list stacking. If it is, have you sent direct mail to them? Have you done any marketing to them? What other lists and tags it is on? So if you wanted to send direct mail, but you have already marketed to them, or that property is already a lead for you while you're driving around, then you don't have to, send them a postcard, or, you can just add them all at once. If you're driving around, you don't have to send them individual postcard. You can just add them and then come into list stacking and then just filter for the driving app, list for driving. And then you can go ahead, you're going to see REsimpli driving for dollars. I don't have anything added, but it'll say REsimpli driving list. You just click on that, and then you can filter and send all of them a bulk direct mail and get better pricing on your direct mail marketing. So these are the updates we have made. Let me see if any of you guys have any questions on this. Yeah, so somebody has a question. I'm sorry, it doesn't, StreamYard doesn't show me your name. Do I need to update my app manually to take advantage of driving for dollars? Yes, so make sure you have the latest version of the app. What I've done with my, I have iPhone. So what I've done with my phone is I have done auto updates. So anytime any app, in my, phone gets an update, it automatically updates. But if you don't have that, we just recommend you delete it and just update to the latest version that we rolled out last week. And then once you activate it, that's all you have to do, and you can just start using the app. There's again nothing extra that you have to pay if you're just doing it for one single driver in your account. So yeah, just make sure that on the latest version of the app. If not, let us know and we can help you with that. And if you have any questions, what we have done is you can go to help.resimpli.com, and we've added a bunch of questions right here, a bunch of videos, and we're updating this every single week. So you can go click right here on driving for dollar. And it will show you a video on how to activate Driving for Dollar plan. So you can watch this. If you have any questions on this, on how to activate, you can do that. And it talks about you don't need a separate Driving for Dollar app. And then just and it's compatible with both iOS. It's available on both iOS and Android apps. So all you have to do is just make sure you have the latest version, and whoever you give access to will be able to access it. And then we have 3 other videos on how to use it, and there's a couple of other features on pin mode and tap to add mode, how that works. And then this is like an overview on what, once you're using it, what does the data looks like while it's pulling from this type of a property matches with list stacking, or if a property matches with leads, or both, what does the data look like. So it gives you all that information within the system. So those are the updates that we have. And then we made a few other minor updates. For example, one of the updates that we made this past week was when you go into your notes section now on the dashboard, when you go into the notes section, let's see if I have it in my account. Yeah, so this one now, all your notes now show the property status also. So if you get somebody sent you a message, then previously you only used to see the property address. Now you can also see the property status. So that's the update we made this week also. And then there was a few other minor updates that we made to the system. So that's all I have. If you guys have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer those. This video will be available on YouTube and Facebook group on our REsimpli channel. If you are not subscribed to it, it would be really great if you can subscribe, so we can make sure when we put out content, it reaches to as many of you guys as possible. That would be we'll really appreciate that. And if you're not part of if you're part of REsimpli, then make sure you join our REsimpli Facebook group for paid users. And if you're not part of REsimpli, we have another Facebook group. It's a real estate mastermind group where we do weekly calls every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. You don't have to be a REsimpli user. We just go over some questions that people have. We go over every week. We start the call with some real estate news, kind of what's been happening with the market, how that could affect real estate wholesalers. We've been getting some really good questions, really good engagement from other people that come on the call. So it'd be really great. And you can search for Mastermind for Real Estate Wholesalers and join that. And then this video will also be available over there. So that's all I have. If you guys have any other questions, comments, I'd love to answer that. Let me just check our Facebook group. I'm not sure if there's any other question that did not get answered. Right. Yep. Cool. Awesome, guys. So yeah, that's all I have. And hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And if you guys have any questions, you can always reach us by email, or you at support@resimpli.com, or you can also, if you're REsimpli user, you can click right here and click on live chat. That's the fastest way to get in touch with us. We typically get back in a couple of minutes. We track that on a weekly basis, and our average response time to chat is about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So cool, guys. Awesome. Thank you so much. And everybody have a great weekend. Thanks, guys.